I never let you in. Thought you wanna be my friend, but I think we'll be better if it ends. That way we can make amends. That way we don't think about the past and you let the past shine on. 155, carrying the numb. Off the H pill, I can go outside. I'm on switch sides, think I lost my mind. I've been getting high way too much. She wanna see the world with me. Could tell her song, that's gonna make her wanna see me. I got cash, so I'm flexing now. She just wanna break it now. Thought you was a rider, you was a good dog. Do something, I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna kill something, I'm gonna kill something now, yeah. I'm at the shutdown, yeah. Serve them down the crowd now, waste time, never let you in. Thought you wanna be my friend, but I think we'll be better if it ends. That way we can make amends. That way we don't think about the past. Think about the past, I know. Think about the past, I know. Think about the past, I know.
They call me Jack, tight on we cat. Money counters on, they love the song, oh. Jordan's on, got like 1,000 on my drawers, oh. They don't know why I'm here, got the show rolling. Got the money dog stunning, stoking the dough, cause I'm right here. Oh, I'm right here now. What you do? I can't even see you now. They want me to leave now. Oh, but I'm not good. I can't leave it go. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm out talking, see it through. See it through.
Wish I never let you in.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of 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 speed.
Welcome back to Contest of Speed. We're here bringing you another week of AM1 Championship action, coming to you live from Silverstone in the United Kingdom tonight for another AM1 Thursday. I'm your host, Electric Entree, and thanks for joining along with us here tonight on Contest of Speed on Twitch. Currently on board with Bandute, first one out of the pits. We've got a qualifying session, just under 15 minutes to go in the session as we join in now. Bandute, the first one on track, coming through Sector 2 now into Sector 3. About to cross that line now as he hits the back DRS zone. As expected, purple Sector 2, 1 minute 3 seconds through the sector as he comes into Sector 3. We've got 18 drivers on track tonight. Notably, we're seeing the return of the one, the only, Red Devil. Coming out of retirement to reserve tonight. He's in for stumbling in the Ferrari. Bandute setting the time to beat a 1:28.0. And speaking of pole times, we do have Cost Bets is live already with an over-under on pole time. He beat the best. It's a 1:27.0, beating out Bandute by a full second, just almost. And getting beat again by Orlando, 1:27.023. The times are coming in. We're looking quick. 2 V-carbs on the board now. Chipman beating out his teammate. He's into the 1:26s. And we are going to have a fight tonight. Going to be some great on-track action. As qualifying's get underway, let's take a look at previous race results here. As we can see there at the top of the board, Pablo Plays getting his first AM1 win this season, his second AM1 win overall. He had a win in Portugal last season, came back winning in Mexico last week. Kryptonic Sway and J Supreme rounding out the podium positions. Mindset, he DNF'd 2 weeks in a row coming into Mexico. Managed to finish the race this time up down there in P10. Not used to seeing him there, but he did manage to snag a point for his troubles. Was not helped by that 5-second penalty from the stewards, but he managed to keep that top 10 spot. Let's see, who else? What do we got now? So with that race, here's what our Drivers' Championship's looking like. Pug still maintains his lead, but that P5 finish he had last week, the gap is closing. Pablo closing the gap now with that P1. It was 41 points after Spain, and going into this race tonight, Silverstone, there's a 26-point gap from 1 to 2. Pablo closing the gap there. Meanwhile, J Supreme, he got his first podium. He's moved up 2 spots in the driver's standings. He's jumped Mel Carton and Mindset, who has fallen to P8. Supreme up to P6. And Kryptonic Sway, he had a P2 last week. That moves him up 4 spots into the top 10. And not only does it move Crip into the top 10, Ferrari has jumped 2 spots as well. They're now tied with Alpine, P7 in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull had a strong finish, a 3-4 for Red Bull. Takes 10 points away from the lead Mercedes has in the Constructors' Championship. It's now a 63-point deficit, closing the gap slowly but surely here. And McLaren, huge double points. Pablo, like we said, got the win. To be the best, getting DB DeBest getting a P8 as well. That moves them up into P3, knocking Aston Martin down a peg. 6 points from Cam was all they netted last week, and that's hurt. So now 18 points behind McLaren in P3, and that's kind of our roundup here for our standings. Go back to live pictures here. Still on board with DB DeBest. Let's see who we've got out on a lap. We've got Red Devil. He's on an out lap, and I think we're going to come back to him. He's just starting his out lap. Formula Itmar, meanwhile, in the kick salver, he has just started his hot lap, so we'll take a ride with him as he runs that lime green machine around the track. Silverstone, we've come here many times. Very popular track, very fast, very flowing, lots of high-speed turns. It will wear the tires, the left-hand tires especially. We'll be seeing a lot of punishment during this race. We're expecting probably soft, medium strategy for tonight for most of these drivers, weather permitting. Here comes Itmar now, coming around. He's on the softs. Yet to set a time. 1 of 4 left to set a time. Pablo with the pole position currently, 126.6. With 10 minutes left to go in the session. But here comes Itmar. He's coming through the end of Sector 2 now. Through Magnuson, Beckett's out on the hanger straight. 106 through Sector 2. Not a great time. But it is his first lap. Plenty of time for improvement. And he's going to bail on it into the pits. So we'll jump back now to Red Devil like I said we would. He's coming out of Sector 1 now, 28.5 through Sector 1. Devil making his return. He was Season 14 champion. He's back and ready for more now. Like I said, reserving tonight. He's in for Stubley in that Ferrari. And I think Puck's maybe the one who's going to be hurt the most by this. Devil has been engineering for Puck's during these races. So now Puck's is left to fight it on his own tonight. And you know, I just noticed Devil out there on the intermediates. Interesting choice for his first lap. I don't think we're going to see him finish this lap. Yeah, he's going to bail in the pits now. All right. Let's see who else we have over that. Cam Tizzle, he's up there P2. He's coming into the pits. Baby. Currently sitting P8. I think he's on the slow. He might be on the slow. A cool down, if you will. Lots of 126s on the board. Top 9 all in the 126s. Top 10 in the 126s. Orlando 126.997. He's into the pits. Vaibi mindset P8 now, knocking Vaibi down a peg. Pablo still remains in the top spot. We've got a McLaren and Aston Martin and Mercedes all in the top 3. That's Pablo, Cam, and Pucks. Top 3. We've got Kryptonic Swing, Silent Apex finishing out the top 5. DB DeBest there, P6. That's 2 McLarens in the top 10 currently. Puck's missing his teammate, some good salt not making it tonight. It'll be a 1 Mercedes show here at Silverstone. Itmar and Metakestrel both on outlaps now. We're on board with Itmar again. Where's Meta? Meta pulling over, letting the Williams by. On the end of his outlap here. Wonder if he'll have enough, get up to speed enough here through these final corners. We're on board. Metakestrel. He pulled over for the Aston, or for the. He pulled over for the car just before the start-finish line. He's taking off anyway. He's into sector 2 now. Like I said, curious to see if he was going to have enough runoff to get a good time here. Pablo, though, improving on his time. He's still top. He's still number 1 on the pole, in the pole position. 126.6. 126.620 for Pablo. Increasing that gap to Cam at P2. Here we go, Meta coming through Maggots, Beckett's. Out into sector 3, let's see. A 103. That's a purple sector 2 for Metakestrel. Ringing that Sauber for all it's worth. In the final corners of the lap. He has yet to set a time. He needs at least a banker. First time on the board for Meta. That's good enough for P6 at 126.8 for Metakestrel. His teammate, formerly Imar, yet to set a time as well. That leaves Imar and Red Devil without times yet. Time is winding down in the qualifying session. And there goes Pucks. He's got the lead now. 126.546 for Pucks. 800ths of a second faster than Pablo. Just under 5 minutes left in the session. Pablo has time to take it back. But he's gonna he improved his previous lap. He's gonna need to improve once again. Itmar, meanwhile, has set a time. He's on 127.5. 2/10 behind, exactly 2/10 behind F1 Bacon and that Williams in P16. And that leaves Red Devil, our lone car, yet to qualify. He's still in the pits. We see Kryptonic Swain coming down the pit lane. There in the background. There's an Aston Martin coming out now. Not sure which one that is. Could be Cam, it could be DK. DK saying, turn my mic up slightly. Alright, 1 second, sorry. Oh, the mic is up. Alright, let's try that. BK, brother, how's that? Is that any better? I'm trying not to scream into this thing. Okay, let's see, where are we now? Silent Apex, he's out. He's invalidated this lap. Apex is invalidated. Currently sitting P5 with a 126.7. Top half of the field, all within the 126, is actually more than the top half. We've got 18 cars tonight, and the top 11 all in the 126s. And those in the 127s are not deep into the 127s. So Apex, he's going to come back into the pits. That leaves Orlando J Supreme out on the track now. Orlando slightly slower through sector 1. 0.02 of a second down, or up on his time, as he comes into sector 2. He's got a 126.997. He's just outside the top 10, sitting there P11 in that V car. His team Chipman at P8 on an out lap now. Orlando does not need much to move up into the top 10, though. Vaibi is currently sitting on 126.958. Less than 0.04 of a second. We'll move him up. And there goes Orlando setting a purple sector 2 now, as he comes through through the midpoint of sector 3. He's on a heater. We know Orlando's got pace. We've seen him compete multiple seasons now. Here he comes across the line. Orlando moving into P7 with a 126.833. Jumping his teammate, jumping DB to best. Solidly within the top 10 now for Orlando in the V-Car. 2 V-Carbs in the top 10, 2 Mercedes. We've got 1 Kick, 1 Red Bull, 1 Aston Martin, 1 Mercedes. Qualifying heating up. We got a minute and a half left in the session now. Red Devil yet to set a lap still. Orlando letting a gaggle of cars by now. Looks like DB the best. He's down there in P2, just starting a lap now. Through Sector 1. Let's go on board. Not much battery for DB here. He's up there P2. This may be a pull down lap for him. I may have missed his spot lap. Yeah, he's definitely taking it easy through here. This is a pull down lap for DB. But he has jumped his teammate. He's up there in the top. He's number 2. With a 126.5. Pablo with that 126.6. He's out on track. Through Sector 1. He's slightly lower on his time. Slightly faster. Will it be enough to get his knock his teammate out of P2? That remains to be seen. Yeah, much more battery for Pablo. He's pushing it hard. 14 seconds left in the session. This is a make it or break it lap for him. And that McLaren. Looks like Red Devil BK says Devil's going to be the last to first. I think he may be right. Also, BK, if you give me a second once we get out of this qualifying, yeah, I'll grab you. Pick you up if you don't mind. Pablo's burning the battery. DB the best retiring from the session. He's the P2. He says that's the best he's got. Pablo trying to take that spot from his teammate, though. Heavy braking here. Will recharge the battery just slightly. It'll be just enough. Burning that ERS to the line. There's Pablo. Does not improves his time marginally. Does not take that spot from DB. Pablo will end up, as of right now, P3. Meanwhile, just behind him, Puck's on a hot lap as well. He's improved his time. He's got a 126.5. Coming through the final corner now. He's going to go 126.396, improving his time, making it even harder to take that pole away from him. He doesn't have his engineer tonight. He said it doesn't matter. He's going to the top. Sonic Swang does not improve on his time. He remains P6 for now. Silent Apex on a lap. He's a little bit faster now. And he's not very far behind Chris. Silent Apex going to take P2, knocking those McLarens down a peg. 126.47 for Silent Apex. P2 for the Red Bull. Excellent lap of him, and that is everybody. Shipment coming into the pits now. Once he gets in his pit box, or once he gets wheeled back from the garage, that'll be qualifying over. So, as the V-Carb trundles down the pit lane, and the mechanics wheel him in the garage, I'd like to take this time to say, if you like what you've seen so far, and you'd like to be a part of this on-track action, exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat will provide you a link to the Contest of Speed Discord. We'd love to have you join our community, even if you're not interested in racing competitively. We've got social racing. We've also, it's just a great community of F1 enthusiasts and fans. Kind of the intersection of sim racers, F1 enthusiasts, and gamers. People from all walks of life. It's a great community to be a part of. As I said, I've been here for, I think this is my 4th season here now, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. Also, if you are interested in racing competitively, we have European tiers and American tiers for every skill level. We'd love to come have you on here, see you on the stream, racing with these drivers every week. This is season 16. Excuse me. Let's go through the qualifying real quick. Puck, Silent Apex, DB the best, Pablo Plays, Cam Tizzle, P5. Mindset, Kryptonic Swang, Metakestrel, Orlando, Chipman rounding out the top 10. Vaibi, Bandut, Formula Itmar, F1 Bacon, DK Nortec, P15. And I'm going to miss 2 there. It looks like J Supreme was P16. And that leaves 2 that I did not pick up. But as I was saying, come join the Discord. We'll get you on track here. Season 16 is the last season for F1 24. We will be going to F1 25, season 17. This is a great chance to come in, be a reserve driver this season for the remainder of this season. We're right past this is the first race of the second half of season 16. Come on, get your feet wet, and we'll get you in as a full-time driver. Season 17, first season on F125. And with that being said, we're going to jump to our trailer here as these drivers get their strategy set, and we will be joining you shortly here on Contest of Speed. Welcome back to Contest of Speed.
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 And we are off here in Silverstone. Abrupt start to our race tonight. Buck's taking the lead early, or he had the lead, maintaining that lead. He's got a jump here on Silent Apex. DB the best behind. Pablo plays falling to Cam Tizzle and Cryptonic Swing and Mindset. Oh, and he continues to fall down the order. Something's gone on with Pablo here. Pablo down there, P11 behind both Alpines. Looks like a V-Carb and a V-Carb of Orlando. And the Kick Sauber of Metakestrel was there in the frame as well. Meanwhile, Kryptonic Swaying up here, P5. Wheel to wheel with Cam. He's gonna get that move done. Kryptonic moves up P4 over Cam Tizzle. And now Cam's wheel to wheel Mindset losing him out again. Cam's dropped 2 positions now. Mindset right on the back of Crip. They were teammates long ago in AM1. Now they're going head to head. Pucks continues to lead the race. Silent Apex P2, DB to Best P3. Pablo with a disastrous race start. He went from top 10. I think he was P4. He's down there P11 now. Let's see. Pablo losing 7 positions off that race start. Rough scenes for the Spanish-American driver. Well, we've got a pretty close pack here at the front. Pucks and Apex kind of got a little break from the rest of the pack. Here goes Kryptonic Swaying. He's going around DB the Best up into P3 now for the Ferrari. And that's his purple second one for Crip as well. He's absolutely flying out here. Just within DRS, the front 2. Meanwhile, Mindset down there P5. He's chasing down DB the Best. He wants that P4. He's had a rough couple of races. He wants his revenge. He's trying to get back in this fight with Bugs, but here comes Cam up, trying to get a wing in here. Not going to get it done. But he's letting Mindset know he's back there. Sounds like I have been joined in the booth as well. EK, welcome to the stream.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing the best, brother. Glad to have you in the best.
Doing the best, as you would say on a Thursday night in AM1.
Yeah, that's right. Nowhere I'd rather be. Nowhere I'd rather be.
100%. Well, you were mentioning lots of position changes. Personally, one that I've noticed, the Ferrari drivers, Kryptonic, up 4 positions, as well as Red Devil starting in the back. He's up 7 positions already as well. Followed Squirt along, and both those guys making up 7 positions early. Looks like Red Devil's actually making a move right now on the Alpine.
Yeah, there he goes, that red Ferrari. Get the move done. Swanton in between the Alpine. It's now a Red Devil sandwich. We know he's got pace. He continues to show it. Started from the back. Now he's here. E10 for Red Devil. He's in the points on lap 3 of 26 here at Silverstone.
Yeah, lap 3 at 26. You can tell he means business. You got to definitely keep one eye on Red Devil tonight, but also keep an eye on the battle for the lead, because Silent Apex has taken the lead from Pucks as they approach that DRS straight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, that's Apex. He's out there in front. Pucks is going to have the DRS here. He's going to go around him now. Kryptonic not going to get the move done, but he's going to suck up behind these leaders. He's definitely in this fight. Oh, Apex going wide as well. Manages to hang on.
Yeah. A little bit wide there for the Red Bull. Everybody's having a little bit of moments there in the chicane. Some walk-ups happening. Everybody's trying to keep it clean for now. Orlando is really pressing on Baby now because he has Red Devil on his heels. He's got to have to make a move, or else the move is going to be made on him.
Yeah, Devil just over a 10th behind Orlando now. He's got the sauce. Orlando on the mediums a little bit. Ooh, Devil getting a little loose there. And then look at this. Pablo going to come up. Yeah, he's going to get by, though. Now Pablo's wheel to wheel with that Alpine of Squirt, and he's going to get by. Pablo up into P11. Red Devil P10. Devil lost a lot of time there to Orlando. Getting loose. Too much power down coming out on that corner exit. And just sliding the back of that Ferrari out to the side.
Looks like Pucks has opened up a bit of a gap on this lap. He's probably going to be safe from pressure behind on the hanger straight, as long as he can hook up Meggetts, Beggetts, and Chapel.
Yeah, we see here we're on board with Silent Apex moving forward through Pucks. Half a second gap now. and Apex is going to have to burn some battery if he wants to make a move here. He's out of the slipstream, though, and look at this. Kryptonic swing into P2, getting by Silent Apex. Crypt continues his climb to the top.
One Ferrari makes a position. Sorry, one Ferrari makes the position, so does the next. Red Devil up to 9th now, ahead of Orlando. So 9 positions in 5 short laps around the Silverstone circuit. He's absolutely cooking on those soft tires at this point. But the question is, how long is those going to last, and is it going to play in his strategy to be on those softs this early?
You know, I think one thing I have learned about Devil is that he definitely is a master of strategy on these games, and I think he's probably exactly where he wants to be at this point. You know, I wouldn't say he's getting too uncomfortable just yet. Meanwhile, just ahead of Devil there, it looked like maybe the best Medic Kestrel and Cam all fighting here. A little bit of wheel action I caught out of the corner of my eye as we were focusing on Devil for the time.
Yeah, there's action all across the field, honestly, and Kryptonic Swang actually took the lead going into left field, and Puck's trying to put the pressure on. It's invited Silent Apex back into this fight as well. So the top 4, including Mindset, all within a couple tenths of one another. It's all going to come together here at the end of the hangar straight. Oh, very wide there for the Ferrari. There we go. See Krypton.
Wheel with Pucks.
Yeah, Puck's pulling ahead. Silent not able to get the lead there. Just those two making a couple positions.
Yeah, but look at this. Crypt defending the inside there from Silent Apex. Does good to keep him behind, but look at this. It's allowing Pucks to open that gap back up again. Half a second ahead.
100%.
And here, look at this. Mindset up into P4 now. He's all over the back of Silent Apex. He's desperate to get by now while Pucks is still close enough to catch up to.
Ooh, sends a dive there into turn 3, into turn 4 now. Silent Apex does have the advantage on the inside line, getting the power down. He is sniffing the exhaust of that Red Bull Mindset. Pulls out of the slipstream. He's going to have the outside line into left field, touches the grass a little bit. Or is this Brooklyn's? I think this is Brooklyn's, and then the next one is left field. There we go. And looks like he's kind of sorted out his position. Is settled back down for 4th after a little bit of attempt at an overtake into turn 3.
A valiant fight. Not victorious yet, but we're only on lap 6 now. Lots of racing still to come. And that's not the last we're going to hear from Mindset. He'll be charging up, mounting another attack soon. We will have the DRS coming onto the hangar straight momentarily.
100%. And just... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, looking at the field spread now, lap 6, and almost everyone is still within DRS. Only P16 falling a little bit away from the train right now. But everybody within DRS of each other. That's how close and competitive this field is in AM1. Anybody can win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing I've said multiple times this season already. I mean, we're in round 7 now of the championship on the backside of the halfway point, and I've continually been impressed by how close these drivers are in skill and pace. I think this is one of the closest fields I've seen since I've been here. You know, it's Puck's definitely at the top of this pack, or at the top of this field. But, you know, it's even behind him. It's very, I mean, you look at the qualifying times, you look at the splits here between the drivers. I mean, it is a very evenly spread skill crews here. And it continually impresses week in and week out.
Definitely. Yeah, I think some of the tires are starting to wear out now for the softs. You can see Orlando's putting some pressure back on Red Devil now that the mediums are coming back to life. And his softs for Red Devil are starting to wear away. Not able to keep the pressure on the Alpine ahead. Looking more in his mirrors throughout this lap, but looks like he's pulled out a decent gap now going into turns 10, 11, and 12, or 11, 12, 13, sorry.
Yeah, we see, just under 4/10 gap between them. Everybody's got DRS through here. Not going to be much of an advantage unless you burn some ERS to make up for it. Devil will hold on to that P9, but Orlando is knocking on the door. He's ready to be let in.
Yep.
And I think we are approaching the crossover point now here on laps about to be lap 8. Yes. I think we are here. We have reached the crossover, or right on it.
Yeah. So now, who's going to make that pit stop first? We know the undercut can be extremely powerful here, and Red Devil seems to have found a bit of grip in those softs because he was taking a much different line than the Alpine ahead. I thought they were on a collision course there, but I think he actually made that work, pulled it a little bit closer to him, and now he may be looking to make a move. Seen Red Devil battling in these specific corners many times before. On the Season 16 trailer itself, he was the one driving around here, but yeah, he knows his way around this track. He's just managing the pace, trying to keep up with those ahead, and as you said, the medium runners are the main threat now, and they're kind of on the heels of DB the Best and in between him and Orlando, so trying to keep up with that McLaren ahead, trying to keep the V car behind him. It's just management at this point and making the right call on strategy.
You know, interesting, speaking of management, I mean, it looks to me like Devil is really fiddling with that the ERS modes, the new ERS modes that Jeff loves to remind you about every race. You know, look, his batteries level stay fairly constant. You know, it'll drop a tip or it'll drop a percent, it'll gain a percent. So I don't even think he's running like just the normal battery mode. I think he's swapping between charge and regular back and forth. You know, just enough to stay within that range.
Not sure if he made contact with the Alpine going into the final corner there, but it looked like Vaby got a little bit loose, and yeah, managed to keep it going the right way though. That's the most important part.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kryptonic swaying back up into P1, Pucks and P2, Silent Apex P3. As it's been, they've been swapping in and out here over the previous 9 laps, or the previous 8 laps. Mindset there, P4 still. Just hanging back now. Kestrel rounds out the top 5. There's Cam Tizzle, DB the Best, Vaby, Red Devil, and Orlando finishing out the points positions. But not, I mean, J Supreme, Pablo, Squirt, I mean, everybody down to P15, all within that DRS. Bit of a gap then to Chipman, 3 seconds behind for little Itmar and GK, though. Chasing Chipman down for that P16 as well. I mean, we got battles all the way through this field.
Fox was very wide coming out of the S turns there. Looks like Silent had a much better exit, but he's opting to not burn the battery. He's going to drop a position of mindset here, where he looked like he could be on the offensive. He's just choosing to sit back here and let the race unfold towards him.
Yeah, at this point, you know, we're almost 10 laps into this race. We've almost completed 9 full laps in this race on those soft tires. It's a long lap around here, and it's very hard, especially on those left side tires. You know, maybe not pushing here is the trick. Try to extend the life as much as possible, hoping for a safety car, or you know, either that or everybody's going to have to green flag. And I mean, most of the field, we've got 4 medium runners out of 18. Everybody else on the soft, so we'll be seeing a lot of pit stops coming up here very soon. I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy pit lane as Pucks takes the lead yet again down the, what is that straight? Wellington straight.
Mindset going wheel to wheel with Rip through here. Looked like they were like nearly even, but Mindset's he was trying to hang it around the outside and just took the long way around, and it didn't work out for him. He's going to slide back into the forward. But they've opened a bit of a gap there to Silent Apex now, as you can see from this helicopter cam shot. And here comes Mindset again. Oh, and they make contact. Front left for Mindset, rear right for Crip. And Mindset's going to move up into P2 now. And here comes Apex right on the back of Crip. He's got the DRS. They both do. Oh my god! Kryptonic Sway diving to the inside. They were almost 3 wide in the corner. Thought better of it and backed out.
Oh, and here comes some pit stops as it's getting all hectic out in front. Mindset taking the lead of the race. Cam Tizzle taking a 10-second penalty. And as you were talking there, I was just watching. We had a yellow flag in the back. Squirt actually ended up all the way around going through cops. I wonder if there's some contact with another driver or not.
Oh, well, there's contact with the wall, and that's going to bring out... Is that going to bring out
the
safety car? No. Hit the wall hard going into the pit lane. And Squirt out of the race on lap 11.
Wow.
Unfortunate for the Alpine driver. Look at this, though. We're going to jump back up to the front. There goes Pucks around Mindset.
Yep. So the leading car that pitted was Cam Tizzle, and he picked up that 10-second time penalty.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunate for Cam as well. Down there, P13 now. He's on the mediums, back out on track. 10 seconds. That's a hard one to. That's especially as close as this field is. That could wreak absolute havoc on your finishing position once the race is
100%.
over.
Yeah, 100%. It could be a tough one for him. But those will be the ones looking to pull the undercut. I just want to give a huge shout out actually to Meta Kestrel quietly in P4 here. He was hanging on in P5, made up a couple positions this race. He came from AM2 last season, and look at him now, fighting in the front of AM1. He was in that conversation for the championship last season. Fortunately, Orlando beating him out to that one. Unfortunately for him, I guess. Fortunate for Orlando. But look at that. Got another couple pit stops. J Supreme speeding in the pit lane. Oh my goodness, Kryptonic Swang also jumping in the pit. So is that going to trigger the rest of these front runners to come into the pit lane next time around, lap 13, or sorry, lap 12?
Yeah, let's see. Total pit stops now. Who is yet to pit? Oh, we've got DK down there. P12 hasn't pitted. Oh yeah, he's in the pits now. Sorry. Looks like Pucks, Mindset, Silent, Apex, Meta have stayed out. Van Duke possibly staying out. And then we had DB and Orlando started on the mediums.
It is going to be a very busy pit lane here, and I think that it's going to be pretty hectic with all these top 5 drivers trying to cram it into the pit lane at the same time. So, yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. We're going to see some chaos. We're going to see some mayhem. Hopefully not as bad as the Mayhem Squirt experience. But, unfortunate for him. Oh, look like, do we have another penalty there?
DB the best, yeah. 3 seconds. Potty's telling me that I'm a little bit too loud on the stream. I try to move my mic away, but apparently I'm still screaming.
Alright, give me 1 second here. My apologies.
We got Mindset in the pits, Pucks in the pits, Silent Apex stays out, Meta Kestrel in the pits. And these guys managed to get it stopped. Oh no! Meta Kestrel doesn't though. 10-second time penalty to him. Just as I was giving him his flowers a little lap earlier. And Bandute, yeah, I saw that. Oh no. Like you said, that's going to completely unravel their race. But there is a lot of penalties coming up in the field now. So even those 3-second penalties are really going to hurt some of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at this, Silent Apex staying out on the softs. P1, DB the best, Orlando, formerly Hitmar, Chipman, the top 5 now. Pucks, Mindset, Meta in the pits. They're coming out now. They're on pit exit. Puck's going to come out P10, Mindset P11.
So the undercut worked there for Kryptonic. He is pulled ahead of Pucks, and Cam Tizzle has pulled ahead of Kryptonic. So without that 10-second penalty, Cam Tizzle would potentially be leading this race. However, I say that, and Red Devil and Vaby have also stopped. So Vaby is your net leader as it stands. The undercut working for him and Red Devil to get in front of your race leaders at that point, Kryptonic and Pucks.
Yeah, we're right at the halfway point of this race. And let's see. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Got Red Devil 2-lap old medium tires, so he has just over half the race distance to go on those mediums. Very doable, and he's great at managing tires. Like we said, he's a strategy master here. I don't think this is going to be a tall ask for Devil.
Yep, but he's going to have to scrap with some of his old buddies to get it, I think. He's pulled ahead of Vaby there on the straight. Now he's just trying to distance himself as much as he can from Kryptonic Swang and Pucks F1 and Mindset, mind you. Those 3 are going to come charging along at some point, and Red Devil's best chance now is to just pull out away from the traffic and let them have to navigate the traffic themselves. And hopefully it takes them a little bit longer than him for his case.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, so close. So Devil, he's definitely going to be leading this pack now. He's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. No help from the DRS. You saw that light flashing there at the back of his car. He was charging his battery through that section. Now he's going to burn it now, trying to stay ahead, trying to build a gap. And he's going to hold on to that P6 for now. Meanwhile, let's check back up here. Silent Apex just on the back of Orlando. Apex still on those soft tires that he started on. We're on lap 14. He's got over half the distance. I'm curious to see what kind of wear he's looking at here.
I wonder if the Red Bull pit crew is readying the hyper softs for him, because he has made these softs last much longer than anticipated. He's still staying out.
Still staying out.
He does not want to come in.
Around the lap 15 now. He's fighting. He's top 3. He's yet to pit. And look at this: 64% on that, 65% on that front left, 55% on that rear left. Tires are screaming now. Lots of long straights though through here. Give those tires a chance to cool down. So maybe it's doable. But wondering what he's doing. Formula Itmar now in the pits and Chipman, and that's going to leave almost 20 seconds to Red Devil and P4. And Devil's quick. He's on fresh tires. This may be Apex's last chance to dive in the pits without it being losing a lot of position here. I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Mindset got into a collision there with Krypton. You may have missed it on the stream. I was just watching the fight between those guys, but Mindset completely colliding with Krypton there, sends it backwards. Mindset had made a move, nice move on Pucks to get ahead, and Kryptonic was battling with Cam Tizzle for a little bit there, which invited Mindset into the fight, and just got a little bit too overzealous from what I could see there.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Kryptonic's swing, that knocks him down the field as well. Now, he's already at his stop. He's on the medium. And he is now at the very back of this pack. Banduke 6 seconds behind, so no pressure out the back of him, but now he's going to really have to work to catch up with the rest of this train. Luckily, he still has some DRS. There goes DB DeBest in the pit. Silent Apex finally pitting. Orlando moves into the lead of this race.
Yeah. Orlando's opting to stay out with that time penalty, but he did start on those medium tires, so he can take those pretty long into this race. Ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be coming into the pit soon, because that undercut from everybody on the softs has worked a lot now, and he needs enough time to be able to catch up those laps that he lost out on. But yeah, we'll see where Orlando shakes out by the end of this race. He's got an 18-second gap. It's a pretty long pit stop here. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out outside of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean we're on board now with Silent Apex. He was P2. He's come out P12 now, and he had almost 20 seconds to Red Devil. So yeah, I mean definitely a long pit lane. Even with a 2-second stop, just not enough gap there. And everybody all bunched up here behind Devil now. He's still leading the pack. Bybee within half a second. Cam Tizzle half a second behind Bybee. Pucks though, he's catching up. P5 now, 2/10 behind Cam. Chasing down that Aston Martin.
Yeah. Unfortunately for the rest, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So just say, unfortunately for the rest of the grid, I think the damage was done when Red Devil pulled that undercut with Baby, because now that he's in the lead, he just has to manage, and we talked about how strong he is at controlling the race from the lead. So is it Red Devil's race to lose? Obviously yes, because he's in P1, but there is a yellow flag through the S turns. We've got an Aston Martin turned around. I think that's DK Nortec.
It was DK Nortec. Track's clear now. He's back going down the hangar straight. And look at this Orlando dropping all the way down. He's P10 currently. As he comes out, DB DeBest going to get by. That's going to knock Orlando down P11. And Apex getting by as well before Orlando rejoins the track.
Yeah, so he's got a considerable amount of work to do now. All the pit stops are completed for the race. So is P12 is where he's at now. Where can he get to? Everybody's in a DRS train from P9 up. He's going to have to carve through some traffic to get into that DRS train.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen Orlando in AM2. He has the pace. He's a quick driver. It's not impossible to think he may be able to at least get a P10 out of this, but he's definitely got his work cut out for him. We've got 10 laps left to go in this race now. Red Devil continues to lead. Bybee, Cam Tizzle, Pucks, and Mindset rounding out the top 5 here.
Lots of 3-second time penalties coming flowing in now. So just keeping it clean is proving to be a bit of a challenge around this track. It's such a high-speed track. You're trying to push everywhere to get the most out of it. And looks like we had some wheel-to-wheel action with the Ferrari McLaren going out of go there. But Kryptonic Swang gets that position back. He's on a charge now. You saw in the early phases of the race how much pace he has in that Ferrari. Now it's just about unlocking that and getting back to the front. You can see his reserve teammate leading the race. I'm sure he'd love to join him on the podium tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And Krypt had a podium last race as well, you know, and that really helped Ferrari in the constructors. Red Devil coming in here reserving tonight. That's going to be huge for Ferrari's campaign as well.
He's got the slipstream now on Meta Kestrel ahead, both of them with DRS, but Kryptonic Swang able to pull to the inside into Brooklyn's. Meta Kestrel's not giving this up though. On the inside now in left field. Who's going to get the power down? Kryptonic Swang has got the longer route around the track, but he's going to carry more speed and slingshot the way into the lead of that battle. P7 now, 1.1 seconds ahead to J Supreme to join that DRS train. It's not all lost for Kryptonic yet. He's still got over 9 laps of this race to go, or 8 laps of this race to go. I can't count.
Yeah, I think we got 9. We've got 9 to go. 9 to go currently. Lap 18 and 26.
Math.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, look at this Pucks. He's up to P4, chasing down Cam Tizzle. Mindset chasing him. There's a lot of pressure there, building up behind Devil. He's managing it well. Lots of tire smoke, lots of lockups coming into that hard braking zone.
Exactly. And something that you touched on earlier, and maybe I was touching on it a bit too, the grid is so close, but you had mentioned Pucks maybe the one that's a hair ahead of everybody. Well, what about a little bit of old teammate battle, the old dog and the new dog here? We got Pucks chasing his first championship, and the man who is leading the race is his former teammate who won the championship when they were teammates. So just a little bit of backstory here. If we do see Pucks making up a couple positions, the battle for the win could be pretty spicy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one big difference I've noticed with Red Devil leading this race as opposed to anybody else, he's not swapping positions with anybody. There's no DRS trading going on because he's smart enough to pull the gaps where he needs to and then manage everywhere else. So, he, like I said, can't give enough kudos to Red Devil on how smart he is behind the wheel, how patient he is. But gonna have a test tonight if we can get a couple more up there.
Man is thugging it out around Silverstone, maintaining that lead. We've seen him working his ERS modes, trying to maintain that battery, so he has the power to defend down these long DRS straights, and he's done it well. He's maintained about a 2/10 gap to Vibey in P2.
Yeah.
And he's making it hard for anybody to catch up and get by him here.
Yeah, and give credit to the Alpine here too as well, because he's hanging on to Red Devil within 3/10 of him, keeping him honest. Any mistake from Red Devil, and he's going to jump on that opportunity. You have to see if he's waiting for the right chance of the race to take the lead, or if this is his maximum right now, and Red Devil's just kind of toying with him. But me personally, you know, if I was in Baby's position, I wouldn't hate this. You know, you got the DRS to pull you along. You can have a chance at the end of the race if you look for an opportunity and build up for that moment. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. And you know, I mean, especially like a driver of Red Devil's caliber, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but if I could hang with Red Devil, I mean, I would feel like I've won the championship myself. Like, that would be good enough for me. I could retire on that.
Fox is pushing pretty hard through Brooklyn and Luffield there to catch up to Cam Tizzle. With that 10-second penalty, I'm sure he's knows that this race is almost done for him, but he's not going to want to have to pull out of the way. He's going to fight for that position and finish on track where he can. So what does Pucks do about that? Draining the battery now, pulling in the slipstream, using all of the DRS that he can. He's on the outside, trying to hang it around. Cam Tizzle, wise to that move, pushes him wide, but Pucks managing to hang it along on the inside for the chicane. Oh, they're still side by side and drama! Contact!
Oh, no.
Pucks is turned around!
Oh no!
Oh, that is absolute heartbreak for Pucks, losing a couple seconds there, dropping down a few positions. wouldn't expect that kind of contact between those two drivers. Very clean together typically, but just didn't work out that time. Oh my God, we got another Ferrari around. Red Devil!
Oh, down to P5. Vivey into the lead. I didn't even see. I missed what happened there. Was there contact, or did he just get loose, or?
I switched cameras to some of the leaders right as he was sideways. Could have been contact, could have been a little mistake. It was on the entry of turn 3. So easy enough to lock up the rears as you're turning into that corner. That could have been it, but he was under some pretty significant pressure from behind. So let's see now. In P5, still within that DRS train. Both Pucks and Red Devil, who we were giving lots of praise to before, having moments within mere seconds of one another.
Yeah,
and
not
now
only that,
Baby's
you
in
were
the lead
giving
mindset. P2.
you were giving praise to Medic Kestrel earlier as well, and he had a little bit of a moment. I'm starting to think you may be some bad luck for these drivers today.
I'm just so happy for everybody that I like to hype them up, and then, you know, it just gets to them, man. I don't know.
The commentator's curse is a real thing. So the name of the game is not impressing BK. Keep that in mind, AM1 drivers. Meanwhile, speaking of Medic Kestrel, he's P7 now. He's chasing down Pucks. Or Pucks just got by him, actually. Excuse me. After that moment, Pucks dropped to 7th. He's now got by Medic Kestrel. We've got 5 laps to go here at Silverstone. Lap 22 of 26. And it is the race is as hot as it's been.
Yeah, the race is on. People are out of position now from where they have been all race. And let's see where that pace is unleashed here. Bandu with a 10-second penalty. P3 and P4 on the road both have time penalties as it stands. So Red. Sorry.
So I was saying, man, dude, he's retired from the race now. He had that 10 seconds. He's done. He's out. We're down now to 16 drivers in this contest.
So 5 laps to go. Red Devils in P5. Mindsets in P2 and Babies in P1. Sorry. Who's gonna take it tonight, Andre?
Man, yeah, it's a toss-up at this point. I would not be surprised to see a late lunge. You see their mindset. He's blinking. I think he's charging that battery. You know?
Oh yeah, mindset is harvesting as much as he can right now. I would be surprised if he's gonna wait behind this Alpine for much longer. You know, he's one that loves to be in the lead of the race. And look at this, pulling the inside on the hanger straight.
He's charged that battery. He's burning it now. Up into the lead now for mindset. And
you could.
Yeah, you said you'd surprised to see him. We wouldn't be surprised to see him go for the move, and then he goes for the move. But I was about to say, like, I don't know, he may be content to just sit there for now and go for a late lunge here. But you were correct on that one.
From my experience, if Mindset thinks he can get by, he's gonna find a way by.
Not very patient. Look at this, Pucks. He's been battling with Meta. Meta back into P6 now. This does not bode well for Pucks' chances to make it up into the top 5. Meta putting up one heck of a fight here, making that lime green kick, Sauber, as wide as the track will let him. And here goes Pucks. He's going to dive to the inside there, wheel to wheel again. But Meta's going to have the inside. Oh, no, there goes Pucks, though. He's got the move done.
There we go. I was going to say, don't forget, Cam Tizzles, J Supreme, and Meta all have 10-second time penalties in this race. So Pucks is going to gain 2 positions now as it stands, as is Red Devil.
Yeah, I forgot all about the penalties. Let's go back and look at these penalties again here on the leaderboard. Look at this. 10 seconds for Cam, 10 for J Supreme. Meta with a 10-second as well. DB, Orlando, Chipman, DK with 3-second penalties. Formula Itmar with a pair of 3-second penalties.
Baby says, I see your DRS move on the straight, and I will return you a DRS move on the straight. And he gets back into the lead now ahead of Mindset. J Supreme and Cam going wheel to wheel. Red Devil trying to pick up the pieces in behind them. And I'm sure this is just ultimate frustration for Red Devil, having 2 cars with 10-second time penalties fighting in front of you, not being able to make the moves up to chase the cars without the penalties. But they have no obligation to move out of his way.
No, they do not. And you know, even still, like, Devil started P18, he's back up after a moment, back up to P4. You know, still overall a great race from him. You know, he's still got a little left in the tank though. We're on lap 24, 26. He still has a little bit of time to make something happen, but the time is waning, and he's trying like hell to get up there to the front. If these guys would get out of his way.
There was a momentary yellow flag there for a moment. I think it was DB the best, and he's lost an end plate on that McLaren. So obviously some contact happening in the further ends of the points now. I think he was in the points at that point when the incident occurred. So
Oh,
that's
and he's
a shame.
no! He spun off the track, hit the wall, bringing out a yellow flag. Is that going to be a safety car or no? I don't think so. We're on lap 24. Looks like he's just out of the race. Yeah, green flag.
Oh, what a shame.
No safety car. We're down 3. Now we're down to 15 drivers left in this race.
Very interesting to see Red Devil on the back of Cam Tizzle, but not choosing to use the ERS on that lap. He's got, like you said, laps are running out now. If he wants to go for the win, he's got to get ahead of that Aston Martin ahead of him, and I think that he could be in a very good spot to potentially have a last lap attack. But here we go, the penultimate lap of this British Grand Prix here in AM1. All to play for still. It's still not decided up the front. Vaby leading, Cost Mindset P2, Cam Tizzle P3 with the 10-second time penalty, Red Devil P4, and J Supreme rounds out your top 5 again with that 10-second penalty. What are we in for these final 2 laps? I don't know. It's going to be exciting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been surprised multiple times this race already. Look at this mindset. He's going to hang it around the outside here. Going to have the inside in this corner, and he's going to move up to P1. Lap 25 and 26 with 2 to go.
Some contact there between Cam and Baby there. Red Devil really using some ERS, trying to get as close as he can to Cam Tizzle now. And I'm sure Baby's going to try to launch himself into the lead here, or does he wait for the final lap of the race and let Mindset lead another lap here?
I mean, I'm no master strategist, but I would think that at this point, you've got to let him lead 26 and catch him here through this DRS straight if you want to hang on for that win. That would be, you know, but like I said, I am not in AM1, so maybe I'm wrong, but that would be my thinking. I
think that's the right call, and Baby heeds your advice there. He's decided to stay in P2. He did not use any ERS down that straight, so he's harvesting, saving it up for one final move, as we were speculating as he was with Red Devil. But here we go now, final lap of the race. Red Devil is in P4 still. Got to make a move on Cam Tizzle now if he wants a chance at P2 or higher. These top 5 drivers, look at them still, all within that DRS. Very close field overall tonight. No safety cars, and this is how close the fight is for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got top 5 within DRS. There's almost a 3-second gap to Meta in P6, and there goes Pucks taking that P6 for Meta once again. And I mean, then we've got. Okay, sorry, my timing was bugging out there for a second. So yeah, so Silent Apex get by Meta as well, but yeah, I mean, we've got another fight there from P6 on down to through P10. You know, top 10 all battling it out, starting to spread out a little 11th and 15th. But yeah, I mean, it's very close racing all over this field.
Here we go. Now the final chance for Vaby to overtake Mindset. Mindset was harvesting as much battery as he could. He had very strong battery there.
Devil to the inside.
Not enough.
He's not going to have it.
2 looks for 2 drivers there, but no moves pulled off into that Stowe corner, into the final chicane now. And just take it away, Entree.
All right, we're coming around final corner. Here it comes. Mindset, he's going to take the win. On track, there goes Vaibie, Red Devil, Cam Tizzle, J Supreme, all crossing the line. Meta Kestrel, 20 seconds of penalties. He's going to drop. Down to P11. J Supreme moves up to P10. We've got a lot of shuffling around here.
A lot of shuffling positions, but the final top 3, Cost Mindset in the Williams, Vaibie in the Alpine, and Red Devil taking a P3 home. I think Devil was just happy getting the P3. He didn't really want to get involved in the fight there. He had so much ERS that he opted not to use, but great race, great return for Red Devil back to Cost. Good to see him back on the track, and overall, very exciting contest tonight. Mindset taking the win. Huge for his championship, and he's in the thick of it with that the fight championship this season as well, trying to defend his title.
Yeah, Red Devil picking up driver of the day, starting P18 up to P3. I don't think there was any doubt about that one.
Yeah. Red Devil in the chat saying, what a robbery. I'm sure there's going to be some controversy from the contact that we saw throughout the race tonight. But overall, very clean race, gentlemen, tonight in AM1. Very good job. And congratulations to the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Mindset. We're going to spray the champagne. Devil Vibey up there celebrating the podium. Spraying the crowd. What a race we've had tonight here at Silverstone. Final results for the race. Mindset, Vibey, Red Devil, your top 3. Silent Apex and Pucks rounding out the top 5. Kryptonic Swaying, Pablo Plays, Orlando Camtizzle, Jay Supreme rounding out the points. Metakestrel, F1 Bacon, Chipman, DK Nortec, Formula Itmar, P15, DB the Best, P16. He was the last runner of the race. Or no, sorry, I think he crashed as well. But he was 3 laps down, so he's going to be classified. Bandoot Squirt retiring early from the race. They're 17th and 18th, respectively. That's your finishing order here. Contest of Speed. AM1. Live from Silverstone. We're going to try and get some drivers in here for some interviews. Here momentarily. But before we do that, before we cut to break, BK, what any immediate reaction or thoughts about that race we just witnessed?
Just very exciting stuff. I haven't been able to watch too many AM1 races this season. Obviously, I'm off the comms crew this season, so very nice treat to be able to jump in once again and give you a hand and see the action for myself firsthand. And wow, it did not disappoint. Silverstone, always a great track, a classic track, very high speed. But yeah, the drivers came to perform tonight, and they certainly did. We had no idea who was going to take the win at any point of that race until the very end. So great job to everybody on the podium and all the drivers tonight. It was a great one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And with that being said, we're going to jump to break real quick as we try to get some drivers in here for this interview. We'll be right back here on Contest of Speed. Welcome back to Contest of Speed.
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 Welcome back to Contest of Speed. We've lost BK, but we've gained 3 drivers here from AM1. We've got Mindset, we've got Vibey, we've got Red Devil, our podium finishers tonight. And we'll kick it off here with Red Devil. The return to AM1. Started P18, finished on the podium. How's it feel to be back?
Yeah, it's fun. Everybody missed racing some of these guys, so yeah, it was great to be back. Yeah, but I mean, at the end, I could have won there, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I thought I was okay for the win there, but well, happens, I guess.
Well, yeah, you were leading the race there. We missed what happened. Caught just the tail end of it as you dropped down to what, like P5, I think. What can you take us through what happened there?
I believe Vibe and me had contact. We'll see. I don't know how it would happen, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But GG's. Either way, not too unhappy, but yeah, it was a little bit annoyed at the time, I guess. But looking back, I don't know. I got to look back, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, certainly a tight field, and that breeds some tight racing. Contact is bound to happen. It's unfortunate, and we were thrilled to see you up there in the lead. I mean, last to first. Was that part of the plan to not do a qualifying lap and start from the back, or did you just something going on and just couldn't get a lap in for qualifying, or?
Yeah, I mean, I knew like my quality pace has always been really good, so there's just no point in qualifying. Not to disrespect anybody or anything like that, but I knew I'd be more in line with the race pace of everybody. So I was like, okay, let me just do. I'm not in the championship. I'm not fighting for any points. I'm just a reserve. So yeah, I'm just gonna let everybody do their thing, and then we'll see in the race. I'll try and help Ferrari as much as I can because I was subbed in there, and yeah, I just try to do the best that I could, and yeah, and yeah, it was unfortunate in the end, but still a podium, I guess. I don't know if penalties are going to be removed, but yeah, uh, quite
Well,
pleased with the.
yeah, it's, certainly a great effort from you. Podium finish. I'm sure Ferrari would be thrilled with that. Um, so congratulations on the finish. Welcome back to uh,
That,
to to AM1. It's glad to have you back. And can we look forward to more appearances from you, maybe, or is this a one and done kind of thing?
no, I'll try and reserve when I can, I guess. Next week's is an interesting one. I think we have a wild card with the two stop. I'm actually excited to do that one. I'll see if I can. I don't know. Really, it's gonna be last minute for me if I'm gonna reserve or not. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, enjoy beating back. Racing and contest to speed again. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Stay tuned to see if Red Devil makes another appearance next week here on Contest of Speed AM1. Uh, and with that, congratulations on the P3. Welcome
Thank you.
back,
Thank you.
and thanks for joining us here post race.
Yeah, thank you. And GG's too. Mindset of my baseball.
With that, we're going to jump up to our P2 finisher, Vaibi. First time in the post race podcast. Welcome in.
Thanks, man. How are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Am I?
Yeah,
Hang on.
can you hear me?
Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, yeah. I could
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
something. Couldn't quite hear what you were saying. All right. Yeah, welcome in, man. Congratulations on the P2, man. Huge race for you. Started P11, I believe.
Yeah,
It ended
thanks,
up
man. Yeah.
P2. Led some laps. How did that feel? Coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the whole race was quite exhilarating. Yeah, my adrenaline was just through the roof, pretty sure about that. Had a little bit of contact, as Red Devil said. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I think he was just, he was harvesting some energy, and I don't know if he missed his braking point or what. I think he braked twice, and it caused a lot of rust. Because I didn't mean to, hinder his race, but just a little bit of contact can make a lot of difference, I guess. But overall, it was good racing with everyone. I have tried my best to get mindset on that last DRS straight, but I had a bad exit coming out of Chapel, so that's that. And yeah, it's what it is. I'm happy with that. I think podium's going to be stripped off. I did have some mishaps in the race, but yeah, overall it's good.
Yeah, absolute. Thriller from you. Um, yeah, it sounded like it could just be chalked up to a racing incident between you and Red Devil, um,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. But you managed to persevere. BK and I, we were in the booth. I guess predicting that you would wait and try to make that last lap move on mindset. We saw it coming, and just didn't have it. Like you said, bad chalk it up to a bad exit out of the corner. Just
Yeah.
couldn't get it done, but it was a valiant fight nonetheless. And like I said, P11 to P2, very solid result for you, a solid result for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's great overall, very impressive, and I think it's wonderful, have you in here and like just we have different people hearing these
Yeah,
interviews
yeah,
every week now. It's such a close field, such tight racing that we can have
100.
anybody in here, and it makes it really fun to watch. And just once again, congratulations to you. Um,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Uh,
Glad it was worth a watch.
sorry.
I'm said glad it was worth a watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And we couldn't do the broadcast wouldn't be as interesting without drivers like yourselves. Putting it on the line
Oh,
every
of
week
course.
and
$100.
making it
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, 100%. That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, anything you're looking forward to next week? I know we have the wild card race next week. I think the force two
Yeah.
stop.
I think I'm not sure which track we're racing on next week. It's hard to keep track with all these leagues, but yeah, of course, I always look forward to racing it because the competition is really close. I think top 10 was separated within half a second, sorry, which is I think as close as competition in any league can get. Always, it's thrilling to race here. Always look forward to Thursday nights, and yeah, you'll see me next week, maybe on the podium or not. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes.
I just looked it up. Two stop race at Monza next week. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I don't play a lot of Formula One now, and I'm sort of a pad user. So I don't know about that, but I'll give my best 100%. So that's for sure.
Fair enough. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing what you bring next week as well. Once again, congratulations on the P2, and can't wait to see what you bring us next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, we're gonna move to our P1. Our old pal, Cost Mindset. Welcome back to the Post Race Podcast.
Oh, hey man, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. It is going. Had a little bit of a rough go here the last few weeks. Managed to claw your way out of the slump, back to the top. One might even say it was a masterclass.
Yeah,
But how did that race feel for you?
may
How's
say
it feel to
that.
be back up here, back on top?
If it feels good. I was honestly really surprised for the outcome because I mean Silverstone I feel is not one of my greatest tracks, so it was definitely good. It was nice to work with Pucks because we were just going through the field and I was kind of following him and we ended up getting to the front. Unfortunately, he had a moment. I'll have to look back if I touched him or not, but I don't think so. So, but it was definitely a good race.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, oh, excuse me. Definitely a good race. You qualified well. You started out. Um, trying to think. Got back with Pucks, was working with him, made it through the field. Pucks had a bit of a moment there, dropped down, out of position. You managed to hang on and battling it out with Vaibi there the last few laps. Got the lead with what 2 or 3 to go and managed to hang on for the win. How was that battle like for you there at the end? Were you feeling the pressure or just kind of doing what you do? Like how was that through those
With
last those
Vaibi,
yes.
well, I actually wanted to lead on the last lap because I felt like I was getting really good exits out of Chapel. So, and I was having pretty good battery like the entire race. I think into Maggots and Beckett's I had like 85, 90%. So, or maybe like 75. I might be lying. I don't know. But I definitely had a lot of battery and I was just like, I'll just dump it all and then that's what I was gonna do. So
Yeah,
planned
actually,
it.
I think we made a note of that. You had the light on the back of the car was flashing. We saw you were harvesting that energy, and
Mhm.
we knew you were going to be prepping for that defense. And yeah, sure enough. Well, yeah, you got the lead there. I said I don't know. I think he might wait. And as soon as I said that, you dove out, took the lead, and didn't look back. Shows how much I know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a great race from you. Great battles. Um, I would ask anything you would have done differently that race, but I mean I don't know what you could have done differently. With that result. Uh,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's definitely a show. Any thoughts on the two stop next week at Monza?
Um, I'm just gonna go at it like every other race. I mean, I didn't even know the track until 10 minutes before, so well now I know. So a two stop will definitely spice it up. I at this point I'm not gonna say if I'm good or bad at any tracks because who knows how it'll work out. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think it'll be a good race.
yeah, I think it will be too. Like you said, I mean, it's such a tight field, all across. I mean, even like at the end of the race, the top 10 were all, I think there was a little bit of a gap there in the middle of the top 10, but like across the top 10,
Yeah, it was
everybody
really
was battling
close.
for something.
Yeah,
So
I kind of messed up my quality a little bit. Like I think I was like what maybe 4 tenths behind off pole or something, but I was like after turn one, I think I was like 2.5 tenths up, and then I had a moment on I don't know what the exit is, but it's like the exit to get on the first straight, not the start finish straight. But yeah, I had a moment there, lost it, and then I gained like a tenth and a half back in the last two corners. So the pole was there, but at this point, I don't care. I started sixth and got the win, so nothing you can be mad at.
no, absolutely not. Uh, I mean, we've seen you go last to first. I think sixth to first isn't that big of an ask.
Yeah, it was definitely hard. I was sweating the entire race.
Well, I mean that keeps it interesting, not only for us but for you as well. Having a
Oh
little bit of
yeah,
competition. Actually having to not being able to just walk off with it. So
oh yeah. I
glad to hear
cannot wait
that.
to watch this race back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a banger for sure. Um, any closing thoughts before we get out of here tonight? Or you good? Or
No, I think I'm good.
all right. Well, once again, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on that victory. And thank you to those at home for tuning in to hear the Contest of Speed on Twitch and joining us for this race here at Silverstone. If you like what you saw on track and would like to join the on track action, exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat. We'll bring up a link to the Contest of Speed Discord. Come join our community, be a part of it. Great community to be a part of. We've got racing for all skill levels in European and American tiers. If you're not into competitive racing, we've got social racing. And if you're not into racing at all and just want to hang out with fellow F1 and gaming enthusiasts, it's still a great place to come and be a part of this community. Once again, that's exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat. Also, if you haven't yet, throw us a follow on Twitch. Be notified when we go live for these races. It's every Wednesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. UK time for the European tiers, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the American tiers. Also, one last thing before we get out of here. Check out our TikTok contest at speed _ on TikTok. Social media team's been killing it. Been getting clips of these races. We've got some meme clips as well. And they've been doing really well at getting some short form content out there. So go check them out on TikTok as well. And with that, I'm Electric Entree. We'll be coming to you live next week from Monza. It is a forced 2-stop race. Should be exciting. Should be interesting to see what the drivers do with the forced 2 stops. And can't wait to see what happens. So thank you for tuning in here with us at Contest of Speed AM1 Championship, and we will catch you next week from Monza. Good night.